Hello, hi there. This is me, Mr. Meep, and gonna just carrying on with the old MGS2 Let's Play here. Let me just no, it's not. It's me. It's me. It's Mr. Skeltal Boy. Let's get right into this. So, what do we got? We got a little bit of tanker chapter to do. Oh no, not at all. It's the plant chapter. Let's see. Yep, doing a little bit of plant as Mr. Raidenov. And I'm doing it on hard because I ain't getting outdone by no baldy. No way, no how. There we go. No intrusion view because I'm not a baby. And what else we got? Not that, because fuck that, because that's no fun. Right to it. My little nose. Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together. Basically, you play fucking video games.
You remember the sinking of that tank?
Because Hiroshima.
Of course.
Of
Terrorists blow a
course.
hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't
Classic,
take long
every
to
night.
put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside. The big shadow.
Big smell is my favorite.
I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet. It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Good? Pretty good? Yeah.
Teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group. Do we have an ID? Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a
They may
highly
be.
trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Hey, there he is. There's the big boy, the big main man himself. You know him. You love him. That's right.
Come in from downwind and full. Get ready to fast move.
Or maybe you don't.
5 minutes to easy air. Rescue and safeguard the president. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
I always thought that was fucking cool at the time. Chopper and shuttle land up there. When I first saw it, I was like,
That much. There was a
Nice.
government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
wiggle that
Johnson.
booty.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be
Now, who
released.
cut that?
In
Who
other
could have
words,
done
the
it?
base ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
And yet, New York's not that much dirtier. It's basically
You have
unchanged.
2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Sure. Got true familia.
You should know that SEAL Team
that shadow
is
in your
also
head, right?
conducting a rescue
It's
operation.
not strictly correct, is it? No. Okay, whatever.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck.
This is the lowest
Looks
my
like there are
voice
no
ever goes
sentries
in
posted
the
here.
What's the
series.
visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
So I'm just gonna fucking chuck them
There
back
was a
into the
brand
sea,
new hole
because
cut
why
through
not?
the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned.
Did they?
And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
Exactly. What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. This will be your first sneaking mission.
Comment on that.
The arms will
There we go.
naturally have to be procured on site.
Why don't you
Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When
Gotcha.
you want to use the codec, push the codec button.
Cheers, fam.
When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the codec button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear.
Wow, just like an
No one but
MGS1.
you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big
Exactly.
shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Oh wow, also
Sounds
just
good.
like MGS1. Wow, can he even
Your new
write?
sneaking
Wow, so
suit uses
lazy.
electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research.
Exactly.
The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
I agree, Raiden. The jokes just write themselves, don't they?
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Tight. Geese control. Hoo-ha. Let's see what we got. Yep, super. Great.
You've acquired some ration. Good. This is a
Nice one.
portable field food source that can be consumed to recover life. Select the ration in your window and push the enter button. You can use it on the spot and regain some life. If
You
you
know,
have it
some
selected,
life.
you can automatically consume the ration the moment your life runs out and avoid death. Rations not only provide nutrition, they also stimulate the immune system and lessen psychological stress.
Not
Excellent.
exactly gourmet, though, is it?
Fucking
Stop complaining,
whinging
Raiden.
from moment one. There's a reason nobody likes you. No. Let's see. If I remember correctly, and I'm fucking sure I do because I made a shitty joke about it, there should be some IR goggles that... Oh my fucking god, leave me alone.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke
I
the
know.
water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading by moving the left thumbstick.
Not a
Up
chance.
will take you up. Down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions.
Cool.
The
Super.
O2
Great.
gauge will appear
Now,
under
good.
your life
Got
gauge
it.
while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single
What's that
deep
say?
breath. Once the
Gumball.
O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Super. Now, give me the goggles. There we go. Super. I don't know why he fucking chucks them away. Like, oh, there's lights on in this area of the thing. I'll just fucking get rid of them. Twat. There's a few different cool things you can do even around here. You know, you can like get taught about like hanging, hiding in lockers, that kind of stuff. Like, for example, we can go around here and pick up a very strange kind of, why would you need this item? But there you go. You can do the classic MGS1 dive. Ha! There you go. Beautiful. Wait for him to get out and up the ladder. And then, yeah, there's another couple of neat, coolio tricks you can do here. Like, fuck Bugs' days up. I think if you lie on them, I think is what triggered it. Let's wait and see. Come on, get to it. I'm delicious. Get on top. Yeah, there we go. Look at that shit. Got bugs, got roaches right in my food. Now, what do we have to say about that? Are the roaches any more appealing, flavor-wise, to you?
If you see an approximately waist high,
Fuck off.
you will be able to move left and right while hanging.
I know,
You can
I
use
did
the
it.
capability move
Come on.
undetected. Press the action button. A grip gauge is
Tell me about lice. Need to know how to
push
remove
the
them.
crawl button.
Oh my fucking god.
Raiden, the sea lice
There
are
you
getting
go.
fat on your rations. Shake the equipment window to get rid of the bugs.
Great, yep. So you just wiggle that shit. There you go. Woo. How do you like that? So, what else we got? Yeah, there's another ration over there. So, to introduce us a little bit more, fucking look at this. This ain't Snake. This ain't no way, no snake, no how. No way. Holy shit. Are you mad? Well, I don't know. You might be. If you were buying this in 2001, or whenever it came out, you probably were. Because they didn't advertise this for shit. So, after everyone got through their main chapter, or their first, what they thought was the main chapter, dumps you out here, and you get this little fucking anime protagonist to deal with. Many people were not too pleased, but whatever. He's not so bad. You can do this. Wah! Snake do that? No. Tell you what Snake can do though. Wait for it. Oof! Look at that. Doesn't even care. Just keeps on running.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Super.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
My phone's going fucking mental. Fantastic. Ooh, so sneaky. So sneaky peeky. Look, ooh, I can't imagine who that is. Who's that? No, it's never big man. Sorry, the snake. No, couldn't be.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is,
I'll do one
he's
better.
got
Just you
some
wait and see.
skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Awful. Why?
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
This is a kind of cool
Soliton
mechanic,
radar?
I thought. You
A
can kind
radar
of, it forces
system
you to
uses biological magnetic fields
progress a
as
little bit
input.
unawares at
These
first. It's quite
estimated
nice
enemy
and
positions are
tense, and
projected
then,
onto
and
a
then it
map
gets really easy again
according
once you
to
get the
reference
radar.
points
So,
collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The
All right,
node
big man.
unit is about 3 feet high. Should be
About as
colored
tall as
blue.
Meep. Good.
Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance
I bet.
and allow
I bet
you
they will.
access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Oh, fucking. Grab this shit. Hoo-ha.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
Cheers.
You
One
should
plot
know
hole
that
filled.
all active weapons
Super.
are equipped with a personal identification system.
Of course,
The
can't
owner
believe you didn't
enters the
know that.
required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything
remember
you
this.
find in the
Remember all
item
this
box
in,
is clean. You should
in an
know this from
upcoming
your VR
cutscene.
training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Sweet, sweet penis. I think these guys don't wake up. I think you can fuck about with them kind of as much as you like for the first little bit until you touch the nerd. Let's just yep, cool. One is given the suck. Nice. Good work. Fucking like what? The fucking how? Like the voltage you need to create fucking arcing lines of electricity like that is fucking banan. Nah, here's the tough part. What do I do? Do I give it that boy, or do I? No, I think we have to stay true to the roots and go Mr. Skeltal. There's no other way. Will it even fit, actually? That's a point. Please, do it. There we go. Great. Boy. 69. And 6. 9. Super. Well, I don't have any blood being made of bones and all that shit, so I'm gonna go with random. Tight. Yes, this is all normal. This is all present and correct. Super. Who
Good
we got
work,
this
Raiden.
time?
The radar should be functioning now?
Let me explain about your Soliton radar system.
Please do.
The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets
Where have I heard
jammed
that
easily,
line
I'm
before?
afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology.
You look lost.
You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance,
Does
so
he?
be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the pause button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Here we
Jack,
fucking
is
go.
everything all right?
Yep.
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden,
Personally,
meet
I
the
don't trust her.
mission analyst.
Her
She'll
eyelashes
be
are clipping
overseeing the
through
data
her
saving
fringe,
and support.
and that's just
Why
ain't
her?
right.
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
All day,
If
every
there's a
day,
crucial
baby.
tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose,
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
Oh,
What
wait
is
for it. What are
I'll
they?
perform my duties and save that mission data. But I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given
Wouldn't
the
you anyway?
circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I
don't
prefer
know.
this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack,
what?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
Bad
I'll
boyfriend.
keep trying till I hear the
Bad.
answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Good. Foff. Never ever hear from me again. Ooh. Oh shit, yeah, that guy. Fuck.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Alright, let's
Be
see if I can
careful,
pull this
Jack.
off without,
Find somewhere to
without doing
hide
a
until
fucking
the
Meep
elevator
special
arrives.
And just
You must
absolutely
stay out of
fucking
sight.
it on minute one.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
The first of many. Fucking tunes in this game are great at every phase of the sneakies. There we go. Now, how best to go about getting that? There's an open.
Return to your positions. Stay sharp.
I.e., just stand in the same place. Just, yep, cool. Ah, good. Yo! Excellent, well done. Goodbye.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
Oh no, is it? But he's our boy, he's our main man. How
The
could he
hero of Shadow Moses?
be? I know.
So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he
he?
blew it sky high.
Cool.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all.
Because
Stay
yeah, why
extra
not?
sharp until you can find a node to log
Why
in
not
from.
just
What
train,
about the commandos?
train an operative that
SEAL
could
Team
only
10
work at
has
night.
landed on struts B and C.
Good.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on
There is a
strut
reason for
B.
that. I'm not just being
Strut
pedantic.
B?
It becomes very present later on.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
Super.
First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Right, cool. So, what do we have up here again? I've played the fucking first Snake Tale so many times I can't remember. No, okay, good, there's no guard up here. Super. What else can I show you? What else is interesting? So that's where I need to go, where all those boys are over there. I don't know which one of you that was, but I'll get you in a second. If there's pre-established pools of that, you can whoop! Ayo! Professional, highly trained operator working here. Yeah, cool. No, I'm done with that. I know how to crawl. Cheers. Oh, fuck off.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Get.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Super. Now let me at him. Let's take a little sip of juice. I'll play in one hand and he's professional.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
Da, tovarish. Hoo-ha! I love how from his point of view he's just staring into a fucking cabinet.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Or don't. And go do something else. Nope. Bullet. No bullet. So, if you were a baby, you could do that. Or if you wanted to be more fun about it, you could. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. One more. Chaos.
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult. When you take a hostile down, hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around.
Tell me more.
You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up to the body, and with all weapons deselected, press the weapon button to pick it up. As long as you have the weapon button held down, you can move around with the body in your grasp.
I don't know why.
Release
There seems
the
to
weapon
be
button
more
to let go of the
hand-holding at
body.
the start of this. Not that it's a bad thing. Like, that's totally fine. That's really, really good design, having it done like that. But I don't know why there's more hand-holding when you start the plant chapter, which is, you know, obviously the second half of the game, the main half of the game. Like, surely the first one is the tutorial chapter. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's because Raiden's a fucking baby. That's probably it. Wing. So now there's a couple of options. You could do what the game tells you, and you could go to strut B. And while that's fine, that's all fine and dandy, we want that gun there, which is over in strut F. And it just makes everything tenfold easier. Let's see. These things are usually pretty cool as well. It's like a little sort of tutorial bit without the rambling. Although, fuck, actually, if I remember right, yep, no, there we go. There's the ramble.
Raiden, watch your back. That's a cipher, a type of UAV.
Uav.
If it spots you, it will alert enemy personnel. Exercise
Look at this
extreme
cheesy fuck in the
caution.
middle with his stealth
But
camera.
you can use chaff to set up an interference field.
You can't hate that
That'll
anime
knock its
here, though.
sensors offline for a while. Try to locate some chaff. You can also destroy the engine or the camera. Some of the UAVs may be armed. Be careful.
Copy that.
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the
It's
operation
algo
being executed
appealing.
by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we
Serious.
just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
All right.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president.
That
Is
never
he
gets
safe?
fucking old.
He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money.
Yee.
Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it! Cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy.
Is that? Who does
Alpha
that? Who
Zero,
talks like that?
respond.
Who doesn't finish sentences?
All Alpha respond.
Apart from maybe
Raiden,
people being
the
murdered and that,
president's
but
life
apart
is
from
in
that,
danger. Head to Strut B now.
yeah, no, this is super cool. Those are my boys down there. Jeez. Is that going back up? Yes. Dank. These guys are another cool new mechanic. Check-in dudes.
here.
So, in MGS1, you could kinda just blat through everybody, and to be fair, you still kinda can in this. But those dudes check in like every 10 to 15 seconds, and if they don't check in, then they get the alarm, back up, investigate. All that good shit. So it just, I mean, it's kind of stopping you blasting through everyone. If they don't find a body, they just kind of run to the spot where he was and go, he's okay, it's fine. There's blood everywhere, but he's basically okay. So, you know, whatever. But I'm gonna get this little pistola back over to Strut A, and then I'm gonna call it. In fact, I might just call it here and then pick it up on the run over to the Presidente. Fuck it. That'll do. So, until next time. Is the skeleton out? No, I'm not even doing that. That's fucking god awful, isn't it? No, goodbye.